Oh, Justin, oops, switch over to, don't be right check. Switch over to, Jeff is third.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Thursday night edition, August 17, 2023. August 17, 2023. Mute myself as well. I muted William. I think he was also had the stream on. And I'm a little bit late. Nothing fancy tonight. I don't even have my camera turned on yet. How bad it's going right now. There we go. And I still have on a green shirt, so I'm gonna have to go find something other than this to have as my background. Hang on, that can't be a green shirt.
You're looking good, Ken. Look at that, perfect.
Yeah, I like how my shoulders are phasing in and out. I just can't do it, Scotty. Let's see if this is any better. No, I think I'm gonna have to go change the shirt. Didn't even think about that, to be honest, until just now. So
I'm on my laptop. That's why I just got a black screen tonight.
all right.
Actually, I'm on my older laptop, the one I like better. My older laptop.
I'll bring the Zoom homies in. We have Rich, William, Greg, Jose, and Chris. Good evening to you all.
Hello.
Temporarily put on
Good
my
morning.
avatar while I go grab a different shirt to wear other than this green shirt. I should have known better.
Good morning.
Yeah, isn't it though?
The USB drive.
Who said USB drive?
I heard somebody say it.
Sounded like winter mute.
Did a little bit, didn't it? It actually. And I don't see Wintermute in Zoom. And somebody said, unless maybe somebody's watching something in the background. I don't know. That's always possible. This is a literally don't pay any attention to the man behind the curtain, behind the green screen. All right, now there should be no conflict with the green screen at all. I have to turn the light out. I turned on. See what I was doing. Let's go play havoc with my hair. There we go. No conflict whatsoever with the. Chris, you got your camera on.
Not Windows 11.
I was just trying to find a I was trying to find a background that would not conflict with the shirt, but that was impossible because it was a green shirt, and I should have known that. So we'll go with this one again for tonight. So welcome in, everybody. Let me bring chat over. Participants. Yeah, I always pop it out and bring it over here and put it right in front of me, even though I can still see it. Tony Wallow was first. He says, good evening. Hello, Tony. William Dawson was second. Hello from Florida. Jeff Ryman, good evening. Getting a weak signal at the baseball field. Greg was fourth. He's going to tell Mom. Yeah, I don't think she's going to listen, but go ahead. Yeah, I'm sure that shirt that I had on, it said, it's a green shirt that says best golfer by par for my son and my grandchildren. And I played golf in it this afternoon. And it did get rained on. We got rained on twice, but we played right through it because we actually figured it wasn't going to rain that long. And as it turned out, the sun popped out and it became a very good day to play golf, actually. No complaints whatsoever. Oh, I see Alex Cheek's only 4 minutes late to the show tonight. Is the world still spinning?
Mm-hmm. I was afraid you wouldn't let me in because
you just have a complex about that waiting room. We're going to make a special show one night called the Alex Cheek Waiting Room Edition.
Well, your messages today, I mean,
we're not going to discuss that. You want to discuss it privately, we'll discuss it privately. That's not going to be discussed over the stream. Are we same sheet of music here? Yes
Yeah.
or no question? Or
Yes.
what part of Filipino in you can go yap? Okay, we'll
Yes.
go with that. All right. Stealth Mode says hello. Rick Lake says hello. Tim Soul says hello. Stealth Mode actually says good evening, Ken and homies. And Tim's joining us on the Zoom. Shoot, did I forget to bring? I took my medicine, so. Yeah,
I'll take it for you.
Yeah, won't help.
You had a late show last night, huh?
Yeah, State Fair.
Oh, wow. Cool.
We stayed for the concert, and I kind of had told everybody that tomorrow. Yeah, I kind of told everybody tomorrow night's show would have been late. That last night's show was going to be a little bit late because we were going to the State Fair, which we did, and we stuck around for most of the music, not all of the music, but most.
I hope you had a good time. And did you find the pothole?
They filled it. I did find it. Walked right to it, as a matter of fact.
Alex, I found your picture of the movie star as a kid.
Wow.
Yeah, we walked right to it, Tim, and I took a picture of it, and I showed everybody last night. They weren't even smart enough to fill it in with dirt and grass. They put rock and looks like concrete in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody saying hello.
Hey, Max. Hey, Max. Meow. I'll get his attention.
I was supposed to give somebody a tour of my shop today. I mean, tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow's your day off, is it not?
Well, it's a good time for me to be giving people tours. I'm off the clock.
Yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. I'd look at it it's my day off, and the last thing I want to do is be giving tours of my business. But that's just how I look at things. I tend to look at things differently.
Considering I got a lot on my plate, it's kind of hard to do that and that and this. But they're repaving the whole freaking entire parking lot. Oh, what a nightmare.
That's a hot job.
Excuse me?
I said that's a hot job.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but, once the employees get inside the two buildings, they're not going to be able to come out for a while.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah,
Are they going to provide? Oh, well, that's not too bad if they're on the street, I guess. Yeah, there's the hole. So, wouldn't surprise me. There was, yeah, it was probably about a foot or so deep as well, if not deeper. There were two people there at the emergency place on the fairgrounds that were taking notes, and I'm 99% sure they probably filled it either that night or the next day. Wouldn't surprise me. So, I mean, I wasn't shocked to go out there and see that the hole had not been. I'd have been more shocked if I'd have got there and that hole would have been still there and not been covered up or filled or something put up around it to protect people. So,
Somebody should have inspected the grounds before they had that.
they probably do, but they just don't. I mean,
did they give you any kind of compensation for that?
Nope. I haven't
Ooh.
done anything yet as far as looking into what to do or anything. I haven't even spoken to an attorney that my
Someone
sister
probably
keeps telling
got
me I
fired.
should. So I gotta mute the
That's,
microphone. Hang on a second here.
That's a big, 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 big safety issue right there.
Yeah, it was.
That's one of the reasons why we're having our parking lot redone.
Well, I would
There's
hope
some
your
time-
parking lot, if you had holes that big in your parking lot, doggone cars could
Well,
fall
no,
in
not
it.
that big, but you know, there's been a couple times when I've rolled my Craftsman toolbox from one building to the
But this is irony for you. Mrs. K wore her Spider-Man shirt, and the first thing you see when you walk in the gate was Spider-Man. Now, if that's not irony, I don't know what is. And I don't know what. I'm sorry, was I talking about cranes or am I talking about the state fair? Somebody correct me if I was talking. Was I talking? Thank you. So this is another one. She had her eyes open on that one. And then she wanted me to be cheesy, so I tried to be as cheesy as I could. I don't know when that one was taken. It was taken yesterday. Of course, there's the infamous hole again. And then this pretty cool little thing right here. Well, it lit up at night. I don't remember if we took any pictures of it being lit up or not, but that was pretty neat. I don't know if she got my picture in there or not. Yeah, oh yeah, she wanted, and again, she was like, act cheesy, so I was acting cheesy. And then, this is pretty cool. Big old sign over here somewhere. It says, don't play on the display. Of course, there were kids trying to get it, and I was trying to get all of this display right here and all of that display in the same shot, and I don't know if I ever did get it or not. No, I didn't. Yeah, well, and it's supposed to keep the kids out. And then this at night lit up. I mean, you can't really see it in here, but it lit up really super cool. It was. I don't think we got any pictures of it though. This family right here, I think every one of those people at one point in time was up for getting her picture taken. And then of course the infamous character that we had done. I think that was the last thing I took a picture of. Yeah, because that's going to revert back to the beginning. I'm going to close that. Go back to that and go back over here to bear with me, let me find the right button. There we go. How long that will take to show up? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So yeah, it was a good time. I mean, we went out there, we spent the whole day. I think we went around the entire state fair twice. We had corn on the cob, which was absolutely fantastic, and then we had buffalo French fries, which was absolutely horrible because they put way too much of the fake cheese on there. Otherwise, it was good. In fact, I was scraping the cheese off, and Mrs. K kept saying, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm scraping this cheese off because it's just too much cheese." We had a good time, Stealth. We had a really good time.
the cheese whiz.
Basically, the cheese whiz, yeah. It was just
gross. Yeah.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
I would love some corn on the cob.
Do what, Chris?
I said I would love some corn on the cob, but it's hard for me to eat. My teeth, hardly any teeth.
Man, that corn on the cob was super, super good. I mean, it really
There's
was
Joshy.
good. Yep, there comes Josh Kinder.
Was
I
it
thought
the
he had a
Mexican-
stream scheduled for tonight. Or
Was it the Mexican style corn with like the
not-
chili rub and the
No. Sweet corn. Nothing stupid and fancy or whatever. Just plain old, regular, old, good old American, Indiana grown sweet corn. And it was good. Not dipped in butter either. We didn't even think to have them saturated in butter. But we did drown it in salt and pepper, and it was really, really good.
Georgia's
you go
got
on any
good
rides?
corn too now.
Do what, Chris?
I said Georgia's got good corn too
Oh,
now.
I'm sure a lot of states do.
Oh yeah.
what
that
was your
Silver
comment, Alex?
Queen corn.
You go on any rides?
Yeah, we went on the merry-go-round, and we went on. Now, true story. I can show you the video if you want to see it. Mrs. K was shooting a video, and off in the corner there was. You remember the old school pony rides you put a quarter in, and as a kid, and you'd go up and down and whatever. So I was
Really?
like, I'm gonna get on that, take my picture, and there was two young ladies standing there, and she goes, "You think you can?" I said, "I don't know." So I asked this one girl, I said, "Can I get on that?" She goes, "I don't know." Yeah, go ahead, get on it. I'm like, ain't no way I'm getting on this pony, not that agile anymore. So, and I tried.
That would have been a good picture.
I have a video of it. They had a bronking fake bull, ride the bull. 8 seconds, you make $200.
A mechanical one.
Mechanical, yes, thank you.
Oh,
and
nice.
I told Mrs. K, I said, I'll pay for it if you'll do it. She's like, no. She says, you do. I said, no, I'm too old to be doing that. I'll get hurt. And she says, no. I'm like, and then $10 to ride it, but if you stay on 8 seconds, you get $200, which that's never going to happen because they gear it for kids. Nobody stayed on it. They gear it for younger teenagers. Nobody stayed on it. They gear it for women. Nobody stayed on it. And when the one guy got on it, man, he was like, okay, are you ready? And the guy goes, see, and he hit that button, and that guy, he did not make it 1 second. That bull went like this, and he went flying off of it,
Yeah,
which would have been me. That would have been me.
They could program it.
Well, sure they can. So
Cheaters.
yeah. But yeah, we had
It's
a
no
good time.
different than those claw machines at Walmart and all these different stores. They program it so that it don't win every time. It only wins every once in a while, especially with.
Well, yeah, those things are designed to not let you get what you're trying to get. But the mechanical bull, if you had strength and could grab a hold of what little bit of a rope and stirrup there that they had to hold on to, you could probably make it 6 or 7 seconds. But the longer it goes, the stronger he would be making it. He's going to start it out at a medium speed and then speed it up. Hello, Joshy. You're muted.
What's up?
Just saying hi. I see you've not learned any make your bed skills yet.
No, I haven't made my bed. My bed's done a mess.
That's the first thing I do in the morning. I
What's
wonder if I show up with a ratchet strap to that mechanical bull, would they let me ride it? So I can't be thrown off.
What is
Oh boy,
that?
I wish I
ride?
had shot a video of that because I could make a very funny. Here's the bull. Here's Tim. Boom, 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 boom. But he doesn't come off the bull.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I actually
That would be
can.
funny.
What's that ride called? It goes around and around real fast. It's kind of inside of a canopy, kind of like the merry-go-round with horses. It goes around real fast and then it stops and it goes backwards.
Tilt-a-wheel
Tilt-a-whirl.
comes to mind, but I don't think it's
Tilt-a-whirl,
tilt-a-wheel.
yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yep, I think so.
And
I
then
used to
the
ride
other
it
one
out there.
I used to ride as a kid that I'd never get on now is where you stood up and it spun and then it went up and it tilted at different angles. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing that stupid stuff.
I
Very
rode that
destructible
tilt-a-whirl.
as a kid.
Yeah, it was
I
all
rode
right.
That tilt-a-whirl. I rode with one of my friends. I wouldn't say she was fat, but she was just kind of big boned
Right.
and a little tall. Boy, she squished. I'm big too, but she squished me good.
Stealth mode.
I have something to point out that I have noticed the past few nights. Past few nights on Zoom, I can't help but notice. if I can screen share it real quick.
Can you not just tell us, or do you have to screen share
No,
this?
I have to show so you can see the side by side.
Okay, go right ahead. Be prepared for the consequences.
I think I found Rich's doppelganger.
A what?
You could have just said that, and then we could look at it after the stream. But hurry up! I don't want to be 90 years old by the time you share the screen.
My dad. I think my dad is Rich's doppelganger.
That's funny.
You lost me on that one.
Oh,
You
there's
don't
a
know what a
slight, there's a slight resemblance, but oh, that was pretty funny.
That'd be one of
Have you showed that to your dad yet?
No, I haven't.
Let me call him up. You can reshare that in just a moment. I'll be right back. I'm going to call your dad.
like a lot.
Well, I'm glad my name's not Alex Cheek. That's all I got to say. You might want to be prepared for what's about to happen. And you're muted. You're pretty
Okay.
good at finding these people that look like us. Why haven't you not found the Alex Cheek doppelganger?
Well, I have not.
I know.
Now
I just asked. Okay, so let's back the horse up a little bit here. I just said, why haven't you found the Alex Cheek doppelganger?
I
Wait a
have no
minute
idea.
here. I see him and Tammy go down the street every day at work. I have to take a picture of those two next time I see them. Because that's the first thing that hit my mind. There goes Tammy. And there goes Alex right behind her.
The Alex
I
that
swear he's
Alex
chasing her down the road, even though she's walking. And this guy's in a wheelchair.
I was
I'm
just thinking to
trying,
ask
I'm
that.
trying to figure out who's walking who. Must be an invisible leash somewhere in there.
What were you saying, Alex?
I was just fixing to ask that is the guy that looks like me also in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah, but there's Tammy in front of him. I laugh about it every day. It's like, there goes Tammy, there goes Alex. It's funny.
Meant to do this.
I was like, what are you laughing at? I was like, oh, it's a private joke.
Alex, I have a background if you want. You can put it on your Zoom page.
Okay. As long as it's not Tammy, so I don't get kicked out.
William, that Tammy on your background looks better than the real one.
Oh, I got the real deal here in Fresno.
Well, I haven't. I've only found on here, as far as on here, I've only found Ken's doppelganger and Rich's doppelganger. I haven't yet to find Josh's or Greg's or Williams or Tim's or.
Tasman Coin says hello. Hello, Tasman Coins. Good to see you again. Sorry about that. I had to figure out why our air conditioner wasn't running, and somehow it got set to heat, and it got turned up to 90 degrees, and I would really like to figure that out. I glanced at it a while ago, and it was 81 degrees in here. I'm like, well, something's wrong. So, Greg, I got a question, news, observation, and see what you think about this. I pulled the refrigerator out last night to check the coils.
Uh-oh.
Guess what is not on the back like used to be on the old school refrigerators?
Coils.
There are no coils. It's a solid piece of whatever, and I don't think it comes off.
The coils are actually in the foam of the body of the refrigerator.
Right, and
Yep.
right. I kind of sort of figured that out, but then I was looking around for at least maybe a half a panel or screws or something to take that off. Could not find
Nope.
it. Could not find it
It's
at all.
a sealed unit.
Well, that's not good. But I did make interesting observations. So I know for a fact the lady that lived here before we did had a cat. We have a cat door going into our garage. No big deal. When I pulled the refrigerator out, the top of the refrigerator that nobody can see because it's under our cabinets has got this much, I kid you not, an eighth of an inch of cat food. No, cat food. No, not cat hair. Cat food. And
Cat food
cat
on
food.
top of the refrigerator?
On top, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got to be kidding me.
Nope. So I go ahead and keep
Wow.
pulling the refrigerator all the way out. And apparently this lady was cruel to her cat because there's cat food in little patterns on the floor underneath the refrigerator.
That's gonna cause bugs.
I don't know. I mean, I knew she had a cat because of the cat door. I mean, that makes sense. But, and then again, what didn't make sense was there was a cat door, animal door, dog door, whatever you want to call it, going into the garage, but nothing going outside of the garage. So that kind of makes no sense in my mind. But yeah, when I found all that stuff on top of the refrigerator behind it, I was like, oh my gosh. Seriously?
They must have cracked the garage door a little bit so they could escape out that way.
Possible. Yeah, I guess you could put the bottom, the door that goes up and down, maybe what, 6-7 inches so the cat could get in and out. I don't know. But the problem with that is, you what, Chris?
Did you cover the cat door?
Not yet, actually.
You don't want no stray cats jumping in.
Yeah.
Or a possum or a raccoon.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. So you open your garage door about this much so the cat can go out. We know there's raccoons in the area because we had them out back. We know there's coyotes in the area because they reported it from the HOA. So you open your door for the cat to go out and you let all these animals into your house. Yeah.
Nope, I'm not doing it.
No, I wouldn't either.
And the last place I lived at, I hated my garage. Who in the hell puts the washer and dryer out in the garage?
Oh, I loved ours. Ours in Vegas, that's where ours was at. Loved it.
Some people do that, Tim.
I honestly enjoyed our washer and dryer in Vegas in the garage. I loved it. Didn't have to hear it. Didn't have to put up with the heat. Just go out there, put the stuff in there, walk away, and everything's fine.
There's a guy that has a cooking show. It's a really well-known guy that has a cooking show on YouTube, Cooking with Jack. He used to live, when he first started, he used to live in California. And when he lived in California, his washer and dryer was in his kitchen. I thought it was the most odd thing ever.
Our washer and dryer in Illinois was in our kitchen.
The first place, when I first moved to California, that's where my damn washer and dryer was at. It was like in a closet in the kitchen. I hated that because it was noisy as hell. You could hear it through the whole house.
Yeah, well, in the kitchen, if you're cooking or whatever.
And not only that, the other thing that pissed me off, it was a 2-story townhouse. I was like, who in the hell? You know, you couldn't put the damn thing upstairs. I mean, they can put drip pans under it, you know, if the washer breaks or starts leaking, and have it drain down to the bottom floor outside somewhere.
Right.
That's another reason I will never live in a damn 2-story townhouse ever again. The damn washer and dryer's downstairs, but your bedroom's upstairs, so you got to drag that stuff up and down the steps all the time. No, I'm never doing that.
Yeah, I won't live in a 2-story building because of the fact my knees and my hips. I'm just getting too old. So
get you a, what do they call that? A laundry chute or a dumb waiter, whatever they call them things.
A laundry chute.
Well, a laundry chute and a dumbwaiter are two different things entirely.
You still got to drag it upstairs.
Yeah, you got to get it back upstairs somehow. I mean, the laundry chute's pretty cool. You can throw. So, I've heard, I don't know this from experience, that you can put just about anything you want in a laundry chute. You know what? It's going to go down to the bottom of where the laundry goes. Say your little brother, I've heard this. I don't know that to be 100% accurate.
You make-
Basketballs, I've heard they go down there pretty good. Did I
Water
mention your little brother could go down the? Oh, never mind.
How about rigging up some kind of little lift thing where you can put the laundry basket on and lift it up whenever
Lift it
you
back up, yeah. Well, yeah, that's where the dumbwaiter would come in handy.
Huh.
But the laundry chute, yeah, those are pretty. They used to be pretty handy.
I saw a friend of mine's house 2 or 3 weeks ago. So you go through his garage. This is a 3-bay garage door. And most garages, you go through the kitchen door. Well, you go through that garage, you open a door, it's a laundry room. You close that door behind you. Then you open the door to the main house. Now that I like.
Yeah, my brother's house is actually set up that way right now. You go into the garage, laundry room, and then house.
That I like, because you're not sweating your butt off inside the garage trying to do laundry. It's actually inside a separate.
Oh wow.
It's like a
I'm amazed.
security barrier to me, I think. So if somebody breaks through the garage door, now they gotta go through 2 doors to get into the house.
Yeah,
so I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think Josh is trying to show his monitors to us.
I leave the
Talk
monitor.
about a shocker.
Is that your new one we're looking at, Josh?
Yeah, I leave the monitor up.
Now, yeah, it looks like you put
I
books on it
know.
or something. So that's
I know.
identical to your other one. It looks different. I thought you bought the same identical monitor.
It is. It's the same one.
It just looks different.
I'm surprised that you got it working.
You know what's gonna happen, don't you? Someone's gonna come in my room, cause it's not really daily. Someone's gonna come in my room and slam the door, and it's gonna fall off the wall.
Then
That's right.
possibly figure out a different way other than that. If it's that shaky on a book, I might take it off the book until I figure out a means to get it higher in the air without it being that unstable.
Put a sign up that says "Don't slam the door."
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Don't they
like
have
first thing they're going to do is slam the door. I'm
Then
going to
they
try an
buy
experiment
another
here.
monitor.
I'm going to turn this off, and I want to see if you guys are still being heard over YouTube. So give me just a second here. Okay, so, wow, I can hear better without it than I can with it. Okay, so somebody say something so I can see if I can hear you. I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you? I think somebody say something. Okay, William's talking, his box is lit up. We don't hear Zoom. Okay, so that means this has got to be on in order to hear Zoom. That's what I was afraid of. So I'm going to turn this back on. And I'll bet you as soon as it quits blinking, sometime this year. Now somebody say something.
I think one of his hearing aids. Can you
Well,
hear us
hello.
now?
Something.
Now
Jose to
you
Kim.
should be in here.
Jose to Kim.
Alex, what it wasn't my hearing aids, it's the microphone.
Can you
That
hear me
promotes it
now?
back
This
over
is
to-
T-Mobile reaching out to you. Can you hear me now?
Really? Are you a Sprint or T-Mobile? I can't remember who you work for, or both. Different contract.
Oh.
Hearing aids are working just fine. But if I want them to hear you, if I want YouTube to hear you, I have to have this on. Because as soon as I turned it off, nobody could hear you, including myself. I could hear the TV, but I couldn't hear Zoom because this is what's connected to the computer.
Oh,
Just thinking
you're
about that.
You're testing your new devices out.
I was, yeah.
So this older laptop, it also holds a battery better than my new one. I'm running Zoom, and it's showing I got 4 hours and 17 minutes left on battery.
Holds the charge better.
Yeah, but I got the big battery. I got the big battery of this. This is a model that takes a bigger battery or a smaller battery.
You can put 2 different size batteries in it.
I could
Yeah.
change the battery to a 4. I think it's a 4 cell. It's got a 6 cell.
Okay, that's interesting.
If I change to the 4 cell, I could have 2. There'll be room for 2 hard drives.
I was
Okay.
actually shocked. I actually had to break out my laptop last Friday. That was crazy. Had to be an electrician and a computer tech all in one day.
I'd rather use a laptop than I would use a phone or tablet.
Well, I took my laptop just in case. I had to go. I went and fixed a friend of mine's inverter for his solar panels.
It's my computer.
That was really interesting, and that's a 3-hour long story I'm not going to get into, but I fixed it.
My friend that got his laptop, he wants me to set it up still. He got it December. He still hadn't set it up. He's been busy though. He's been working and all. And his wife had a baby, so they real.
Babies will do that.
You said it was something about his Wi-Fi signal or something, Tim. Did you check his internet speed while you were there?
Oh, good Lord.
No, I didn't, Alex. And by the way, whoever the previous technician was, they screwed a bunch of stuff up, and I screwed that. Basically, there's no Wi-Fi in the garage. So they set up another router as a kind of like a mesh. The inverter does not communicate directly to a network. The inverter on the solar panels actually go through, and I looked at it, and then I seen a SIM card in there. I'm like, oh, now I know what I'm getting into. I had to do a lot of research. I was only there 2 hours, and I did a little bit of research, and I got it going.
Cool.
The inverter works off of cellular data. So it transmits the data that he's wanting to get to a cellular network. It doesn't matter if he's using his cell phone app on his Wi-Fi or his cellular network, or if he's outside the garage. It just wasn't communicating. I had to reset it, and I got it going.
Is it okay if I share my screen? I want to ask something.
Yeah, hang on 1 second, and I have an announcement to make after you do that. Yeah, go ahead and share your screen. And to move chat out of the way.
How good would this right here work, I wonder?
Oh, that looks badass.
Over 20-mile range. All cell bands, 5G, 4G, LTE, Wi-Fi 2.45. I don't know whether Wi-Fi would go 20 miles or not.
$200, it better work.
Yeah.
Is that antennas or just
Oops,
one?
sorry.
So what now?
Is that set antennas or just one?
Just one?
You can't have 2 of them.
How do you say it? Parabolic.
Parabolic.
Parabolic, yeah.
The Wi-Fi in that, is that for like if you wanted to like connect that antenna to like a McDonald's Wi-Fi or something, and you could use McDonald's Wi-Fi?
No, that's UFI.
It might do either one. It might
Are you sure?
It might.
Oh, it does.
Extend your range, or it might
That's normally used for business where they go from office to office over long distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think you might. I think what William said, you might need a second one if you got it going out for it to be received. I don't know. Let me make this quick announcement before I forget, because I've been meaning to do this for a couple days anyway. Last time I did this same thing, it bit me in the rear area, but we'll see. So I want to give a shout out to Silver Addiction to subscribing for the channel, Dad's Spare Change for subscribing to the channel, Sheepdog 13 for subscribing to the channel, Walker Magnet, no relation to Skywalker Magnet, for subscribing, and Silver Addiction 2 for subscribing to the channel. Thank you, gentlemen and or ladies, for subscribing. I appreciate it. We are over 300. We're staying solidly over 300. My next goal, as you know, is 400 by December 31st. Hopefully we can achieve that goal. Thank you.
Sounds cool.
I just thought it'd be neat if that antenna, you know, not that you need it, but I thought it'd be neat if you could use it as like a big, an overkill big Wi-Fi receiver for your computer. So it would pick up all the Wi-Fi from like 2 or 3 miles down the road.
Yeah,
You'd
it
be able
probably
to connect
would.
to, you'd be able to connect to the McDonald's Wi-Fi sitting in your house, or whoever offers the free Wi-Fi.
That would be cool.
So if
Yeah,
you,
but I don't trust public Wi-Fi networks.
I don't either.
That would be
Somebody-
a concern, yes.
One of these bands that's hired me, you know, the guy wanted me to meet him at Starbucks, and he wanted me to show him what to do and this and that and the other. I was like, no, I will not go to Starbucks. You can come to my house or I'll go to your house. If you don't like that idea, our deal is off.
Whenever you
I wonder-
dropped us a link, and it's for the Bolton Technical 3 long range, the long ranger, not the Lone Ranger, the Long Ranger.
well,
Ooh, wow.
That's
I
the same
don't-
thing I showed.
Basically, it is, yes.
For the most part, I don't trust free open Wi-Fi networks either, except with one exception. I will connect to the hospital Wi-Fi when I go in for my appointments.
I
Only
won't
because
even do that.
Only because I know that's provided by the hospital, because when you connect to it, it makes you put your email address in there and asks you to, it gives you their terms of use or
So we all should be seeing everything. Zoom and the stream should be seeing everything. It looks to be basically the same. It says tech tip. This is the Degbets tech tip. This antenna must be paired with a booster or router. I don't know if you caught that a while ago or not, Chris. And then it's got some add-ons here. That's what it says. I mean, you know, they're wanting you to put an additional $115 on there, ish. And I wonder how high you put it in the air. It doesn't really say. Not very big.
I would do it.
I would have to get a good coax. Probably that LMR 400.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Are you trying to get a better signal?
Yeah, I
Either
just
that
want-
or he's trying to start his own radio station, one or the other.
No, he just wants to say, hey, I want 2 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits and a Coke at McDonald's.
Chris will
before
be
he
sitting
gets
there at night and all of a sudden, hey, I want a cheeseburger. That'd be funny. That
Hell,
would be
I
funny.
pick up the store across the street on my scanner.
We picked something up a while ago when I was changing my shirt. It sounded a lot like Winter Mute, but it wasn't. And I'm like, Chris heard it. I heard it. I don't know what it was. I don't think we're both hearing the same thing at the same time when he's in Georgia and I'm in Indiana. Now, if that happens, that's weird. Almost as weird as
That
Mrs. K
actually
falling
came over.
yesterday.
That actually came over Zoom, and it did sound a little bit like Wintermute, but I don't know who it was.
Yeah, it was different. It was different. That's for sure. So, William, where did you get your background from? That looks like a TV series or show.
Goes to the dam.
Okay.
Oh, I remember that.
Wintermute says, wasn't me. No, we know it wasn't you because it came from Zoom. So, but it was odd. Very odd. Very scary. So.
There's a later English suggestion of the children of the dam.
I was reading earlier today where Jeopardy is going to have new shows starting September. I thought it said 4th, but I have to look at a calendar to see if that's a Monday or not. And they swear up and down that they're not going to be using anybody that's not a what's the people that are on strike out there in Hollywood? Writers.
Oh, the
Union
writer.
Right. They're not. They swear up and down that it's going to be legitimate questions that aren't made up from people that aren't members of the union. And my thought process was one of two things. Then they've either got so many questions built up that they can go to, or they're lying through their teeth. I'm not sure which it is, but
This thing's a big mess. I know at least 5 or 6 actors that live here in Fresno. I can't say their names, but it's not cool. And they're not making any money right now. But I still see new movies coming out. I don't get it.
well, if it
I
was
mean,
made if it was made pre-writer strike, pre-actor strike, I can see that. But
Those movies
anything
finished.
afterwards can't be.
Those movies were finished 6-8 months ago.
Yeah, I understand that. So, and I was thinking in the back of my mind, I was like, well, they must have these movies, that were made over a year ago. They're just now publishing them. So what's
Yeah,
going to
I mean,
happen, a year down the road? There's not going to be anything to watch.
well, if they don't get, which they'll eventually get the writer strike settled, and the actor strike settled, eventually.
Yeah,
It's-
I know 5 or 6 of them, but these particular 2 girls, they're struggling. They're not making any money right now
I
because
hear that from a lot of people.
they're not famous actors. They're a nobody, and they're pissed, even though they're part of the union. Yeah, I questioned one of them. I was like, "Well, you started this crap. What's going on?"
Right.
They couldn't answer my question.
Well, I think the writers went on strike first,
Yeah,
and then the actors jumped in because I think it was upsetting some of the writers. But it'll all work out. They'll probably get a slight increase in what they're. I mean, I agree with the actors in that they should be getting some residuals from the streaming. I agree with that.
true.
The
I
writers,
agree.
they should probably be being paid a little bit better as well.
And some of these stupid lawsuits that are going on in the background too that we don't know about. I hear a lot about that stuff. That needs to cease or just be getting rid of. Why are we tearing up? Why are we holding up the court systems on this childish crap when we have major criminals that need to be taken care of? Get them off the streets. I don't know.
I see
I got-
Netflix is going up.
Have you noticed that Netflix is making a lot of stuff and nobody else is?
Yeah, But then
Yeah,
again,
I
I
kinda-
think I agree with Greg on that. I think that stuff's been 6, 8 months, if not longer, just done sitting on a shelf waiting to be used.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they do that on purpose because of what's going on now. Oh, well, we'll put this on a back burner.
sure.
We'll use it later and we'll make bank off of it when people like these people strike.
YouTube TV went up to $72.99. That doesn't say if that's a
Wow.
month or a year. I would hope that's surely
A
not
month.
annual.
I remember when Hulu used to be free.
Hulu, now you got to
Yeah,
pay for Hulu
I do
Plus.
too. I used to watch it all the time back 10 years ago before we moved
Exactly. 10 years ago. You can watch anything you wanted to on Hulu. Now you got to have a damn prescription.
Well, when they first
Well,
started
that'd be
Hulu
subscription, not prescription. But okay, we know what you
Plus,
meant.
Same thing. You know what I mean.
Same thing. Hey Doc, I need a subscription.
I need some medication. My TV ain't working.
when they first started offering Hulu Plus, if I remember correctly, they still had the free service available, but then they shut off the free service at whatever time. And
Well, it was always free. That's something they started.
Hulu's $69.99 is going to increase up to $76.99. The ad-free version is going from $82 to $89.99.
Wow.
So you're getting right. And Apple Plus is going to increase its from $4.99 to $6.99 if anyone pays for that.
I mean,
Max is going to $15.99 and Peacock up to $5.99. That's crazy.
that's the reason why people have said as long as people have been switching from cable services, satellite, normal cable services to these streaming services, they think they're saving money, but these streaming services, just like
You're not.
satellite, just keep going up and up and it's like there's other ways to find this stuff
Oh,
online,
yeah.
so you don't have to pay all these little $15-$20 here, $20 there, because some of us don't have the money to blow on.
Right. Well, I mean, and I've said that for years, that everybody's jumping on the let's go to streaming, but by the time you pay $14.99 for one, $20.99 for another, and $6.99, by the time you add up all of the things you've got, you're right back to what you were paying, if not more, for cable.
Yep.
And
The only difference is you don't have all the commercials.
if you choose to pay that route, sure, but that's going to cost you more money.
I don't pay for any streaming service.
We have paid for get the Amazon Video because it's part of the Amazon Prime 2-day shipping.
Right,
but
it's part of Prime.
I'll
it's
take
either-
that back. I do have Amazon Prime, but I don't use Amazon streaming.
Do you know with Amazon Prime, you
Prime
can go see movies that are released into theaters for free?
Are you kidding me?
I am not.
I didn't know that.
I got an email about it today. I mean, there are movies I don't have any interest in seeing, but
Oh,
because
you
you're
got
a
a
Prime
fork.
member, you get to go see them.
That's nice. You got to fork me that email, please.
I think I deleted it already, but I'll look.
In my opinion, Amazon has a whole lot better selection of both movies and TV shows than Netflix does. When we had Netflix back 10 years ago, I was hardly ever able to find anything good I wanted to watch on Netflix. I have a better shot of finding any stuff that I want to watch on Amazon Prime than I ever did on Netflix.
Yeah, let me go see if I deleted this already. I probably did. I don't keep things around.
I have no interest in going to a movie theater.
Oh, I don't either. I mean, even if it was a decent movie that
I
wanted
went for
to
Top
see.
Gun, but that'll probably be the only movie I've seen until something better than that comes out. But anyway, back to Netflix. I was, doing the mail thing where you get DVDs shipped to you and you send them back. Yeah, I had a Netflix account, and I think I returned 3 DVDs, and I put in that big old blue mailbox. You can't break into that thing unless somebody pours gasoline on it and catches it on fire, which didn't happen, Netflix send me a bill for
Yeah.
$70 for those 3 DVDs. We never got them. I canceled my account right then and there. I will never ever use Netflix.
Yeah, if I get another
crooks.
email on that, I'll keep it. I've already deleted it. I'm looking at my emails right now, and I did delete it.
Don't worry about
already.
it, Ken.
You
Well,
cleared
Long
the
Dog
trash?
had a question about it as well. There was only 3 of them. They're coming up in September, but still, just I mean, if I had any interest,
I
of
can
going.
still watch Netflix. I got my ways, but they're doing away with the DVD service. What, first of the month? Next month, I think.
I thought that was big.
Well, I haven't heard. I don't know.
I believe they're getting rid of that altogether. I was like, well, you guys screwed up from the get-go with me. You charged me for DVDs that I ship back to you.
And Long Dog says,
And,
"Go ahead."
and I got confirmation that it was delivered to them because it's in your account.
Well, their DVDs probably they costing them money because they get scratched and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
A DVD, like I can get a stack of 100 DVDs for 15 or $20. DVDs are like 25 cents a disc. They're not.
Oh, we all can.
yes,
But
I still burn.
Thank you,
CDs and
Wintermute.
DVDs.
Wintermute dropped a link in chat for the Prime premiere. And yep, Sitting in Bars with Cake was one of the movies. A Million Miles. Now, A Million Miles Away caught my attention because it's sci-fi and it's based on the real life story. So that one caught my attention. And it's going to be it's actually going to be on Prime September 15th. So why would I want to go watch it in a theater 2 days earlier when I can wait and watch it at home? And then there's another one in October called The Burial that's based on true events. Those two caught my attention, but other than that,
I can tell you their reasoning, so you can have the quote unquote theatrical experience with the big screen and their sound system, and you can spend all your money on popcorn and candy at the theater.
no. I can sit in my home, recline in my chairs. I have popcorn, and I don't have to get out of anyone's way that's trying to get up to go to the bathroom or get snacks or anything like that.
And you can pause it so you can go take a leak.
Right, you can pause it and go do what you need to do. When Mrs. K and I watch movies, all the time when I get up to do something, I make her laugh because I go, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, as if we are in the theater because we've got our sound system set up that way. I'd rather. Oh, cool. So Stealthwood said he'd rather hang out and chat with us rather than go to the theater. Well, I appreciate that. And Long Dog says
not?
too. There's 2 of you. I appreciate that there's 2 of you. And I mean, hey, somebody left. Who left Zoom? Somebody left Zoom.
I don't know.
We had 9.
That was.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh, Joshy left. Josh left.
That used to always be one of my favorite outings with my grandma on Saturdays when I would go over there for the weekend and stay with her on Friday night and Saturday.
Right.
Whenever there was a movie, we would always go to the mall for the matinee because I would always get in free at that one particular theater because they would let the handicapped people in for free. So she would only have to pay for one ticket.
I mean, you didn't roll down to the back door and let her in for free? Man,
No,
I can't
I couldn't
believe
do
that. I'm gonna.
It was good. It was good too because we got the theater that I can still go to. That we have around here. I have to park like 3 or 4 rows up from the screen because that's where the handicap parking is. It puts me on an incline. Well, at that theater me and her used to go to in the mall, the handicap parking was at the very back of the theater. There was just a spot where there wasn't any chairs, so it made for really good.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and start the end of the stream. We're coming up on an hour right about now. No, I have not adjusted. I want to give some shout outs to everybody while that's rolling by, and I'm probably going to be way behind here. I want to thank Tony Wallow for being here. It's good to see him. William Dawson, Jeff Ryman, Greg Guy was fourth. He's going to go tell Mom. Go ahead, tell Mom. Jeff Ryman's joining us from the game. Stealth Mode, Rick Lakes. Tasman Coins, good to see him. Stealth Mode, Long Dog, and I believe that's it. Oh, yeah, Richard Rogers, he says hi to Stealth. And Richard's with us in Zoom. And you got your audio and video problems fixed, I see. It's when you connect to our Zoom, I think my computer goes out and just does weird things to people's stuff. I really do. Well, the good news is you're here and we haven't run you off yet. We're working. I mean, that's a good thing. So, thank you, everyone. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, I will hopefully be back to as normal as can be with the first, second, and third place in YouTube and maybe a new opening. I don't know. Mrs. K works, so I won't have any distraction. I played golf Tuesday, State Fair Wednesday, golf today. My exercise for the week is done. I am done. So, oh. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Long Dog, Stealth Mode, Wintermute. Anybody else that I missed? You guys know me. I have short memory. See you tomorrow night. Thank you. Long Dog says, sorry for being late when you go live. Yeah, I get it. I understand. I'm working on that as well.